Okay, we're almost there. So I'm gonna make some candied yams. I haven't seen anybody, I always see these souffle, sweet potatoes and sweet potato pies, which is my favorite. And since I'm kind of short on time and I have to hurry up and get this done, I'm not going to be able to make the sweet potato pie tonight. But I wanted to show you how to do a candied yam. And usually I'll get some marshmallows and put them on top, but not this time. So of course we're going to need some butter with that. And I'm going to take out some butter. And again, it's the not unsalted butter because I like to have control of my salt. And before I get started, I'm going to put my yams in some boiling water. And I have like, these are good sized yams, so they're like 3. And I cut them, they're large cuts, but they're all even cuts. So I'm going to stick those in there. And might have to use some of that orange juice because I like having a little bit of acidity in it. And I'm going to put those in there. And then I'm going to put a little bit of salt in it, just a little pinch of salt, so I can bring some saltiness. And then I'm going to be boiling it with at least a half a cup of sugar. Okay, put that up. And then what I'm going to get, I'm going to get some orange juice. And so that I can pour this orange juice over here. Sorry. I'm going to make it like a glaze. Oops. And I'm going to get a little saucepan. I guess you can hear me. Get a little saucepan. And I want to boil those. I want to cook those. I want to boil those. I want them kind of like al dente, but a little bit softer. I don't want them too soft. So like fork tender but firm. Fork tender. So I have a saucepan here. And I'm going to put a little bit of orange juice. I'd say about, start off with a 1/4 cup. And then I have like about a good cup of brown sugar. And then I almost forgot, I want to put some honey in it. Honey, honey, honey. Let's get some of this honey. And I'd say about, isn't that beautiful? Just got from a farmer. At a farmer's market. I love honey. And then I don't have a honey scoop. Just get a little spoon. Just put a spoonful of honey in there because I want to give it that little honey flavor. Okay, let's put, so I'd say about a good tablespoon. Of that. And I want it to reduce a little. And you can put a cinnamon stick in there if you'd like, or not. That's okay. I'm going to put a little bit, I'm going to wait until it reduces, and then I add my spices. I have some ground nutmeg. I have some pumpkin spice. I like the pumpkin spice because it has the other, like the cloves and the ginger in there. And then I have, and of course I love nutmeg, so I'm going to put a little extra nutmeg. And then I'm going to grate, I have a little bit of lemon So I'm going to grate some lemon in there. And you know, I'm going to put maraschino cherries on my... I was told never to use maraschino cherries. Are you kidding me? I love these things. And this is what I use for my candied yams. I love them, and they go great with... If I had some pineapple, I definitely use some pineapple also with my candied yams. And I have some chopped pecans here, and you can have them whole, and some butter, and then that's pretty much all you need for your candied yams. You don't need too much. I mean, you can put the marshmallows on there if you'd like, but I'm not going to. It's too much sugar. I don't need that much sugar. So, and that's coming to the boil. I'm going to let it reduce a little bit. Let it get thick. I want to taste it. Make sure I'm getting all those flavors that I really want. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Lower that. Oh, that's delicious. That orange and the lemon with the honey and the brown sugar. It's going to be a perfect glaze. Then, check these. Those are boiling. We get a fork. And they're still hard, so I'm going to leave those, let those boil. And then I'm going to get a pan. I'm going to get my pan ready. I think that should be a big enough pan. Good enough size. And then I'm going to put some butter. Oh, faithful butter. Everything's good with butter, right? I gotta lay off this butter. I said to myself, after Thanksgiving, the holidays, I'm gonna get serious. I'm gonna have to go down. I'm gonna have to do a fork over knives diet because I'm just getting too happy with my own cooking. So I'm just gonna smash that butter in there. And it's really time, you know, number one killer for women is heart attacks. So, and that's not good when someone is suffering so much. Okay, these are getting a little, I want them to cook just a little bit more. Like I said, a little bit al dente, but a little bit softer. And I think I want to put a little bit more lemon in that, a little bit more, grate a little bit more lemon in that. Gotta make sure that I don't get the white stuff in it. I remember when the kitchen manager, what are you trying to do? Grate the white. I wasn't paying attention. I went la 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 for a moment. So, oh, there we go. That's Andre Bocelli. Love the guy. I can only dream of seeing him. Yeah. So, excuse me 1 minute. Stay there. Okay. I was talking to my doggy. He likes to follow me in the kitchen. So, that should be reduced enough. are done. So I'm going to get that, see? I can get my fork in there. Perfect. And I want to be able to drain those out. So you don't have to rinse them. You just kind of drain them. Okay? And you just stick them in. Oops! Ooh. Got it. With my love handle. Okay. So now we have, and then I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to put pieces of butter so that the butter can melt into it. Yeah. Okay. Have that butter in there. Have you ever had these maraschino cherries with Coca-Cola? If you go out and you feel like having a soda, ask the bartender to put some maraschino cherries in. Oh, so good. So delicious. Yummy, yummy. You know, just have that nice little break. I'm going to put a little bit more. And I know that's a lot of butter, but it's Thanksgiving. Alrighty, and then I'm going to, I have some of the vanilla. There's about a good teaspoon in there. I'm going to put with the glaze. A little taste again. Yeah. And so I'm going to put just a little bit of this. Because when I pour that, this is the pumpkin, and it's about a teaspoon. You don't need a lot. And I'm using like a pinch. Probably a half a teaspoon is what I used. And the same thing with the nutmeg. I'm going to check you, make sure you're still on. Well, I'll be. You're still on. So I'm going to pour my glaze. I don't know if you can see that. Nice and slow. Make sure I hit all the sweet potato. Okay? And if you had some pineapples, I like putting the canned pineapples in its own juice, or you can use the fresh pineapples. It's your choice. So, and then you can sprinkle your pecans or your whole pecans on there. Beautiful. And you don't have to worry about a sweet potato pie because this just kind of makes up for it. And then you put your beautiful maraschino cherries on there. And just to give it a little bit more of a glaze, kind of sprinkle it. That one's for me. Love maraschino cherries. So I have some sugar. This is organic sugar. It's got that molassy flavor to it. So I got some organic sugar here. And hasn't been processed. So it has the molasses in it. So I'm just going to take a spoonful and just kind of sprinkle it. And then I'm going to let that set serve it, I just throw it in the oven, heat it up, and I'm just going to let it sit and just let it have its party. And you just stick it in the oven, and then for the last 5 minutes, you take the top off so it can get a little brown on top, caramelized on top, and there you have it. I'm sure I have some pictures of this and the final results. Alrighty. Now, this I wanted to show you real quick. The macaroni cheese, just to show you that it didn't need any more. And so that's the macaroni and cheese. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? And there's so much butter in there, and from the cheese and all that. And it's not the macaroni and cheese, it's a penne with the bechamel, ham, and cheese sauce. Ladies, if you make this for your man, honey, he won't leave you. So, you may want to leave him, but he won't leave you. Alrighty. And there's something wrong with him. This is so delicious. Stick that over there. And so, oops. I have pretty much everything done. And all I have to do is do the greens. And that's going to be on my next segment. And it's nothing fancy. Nothing fancy at all. Because it's easy. Easy peasy. It's going to be some cabbage. It's not going to be collard greens. I have some cabbage and chard. I have this fascinating cabbage that I found at the farmer's market, and I'm going to use it, and it's going to be delicious. And I'll see you next time.